Hey there, Kelsey here. Hey, question for you. Have you ever genuinely wanted to change your life and then watch yourself somehow sabotage it? Maybe you finally get that job promotion that you've been working so hard for, but later that same night you find yourself picking a fight with your partner? Or maybe you deeply long for a healthy relationship, but when things start to get real, you tend to pull away. Or what about that business idea or creative vision that brings you alive inside? It feels alive inside, but when it comes time to actually put it into action, you find yourself distracted by a million other things instead. Most people interpret that as a motivation or focus problem, but I want to tell you that it's not. It's actually a nervous system problem. Let me explain. Your nervous system is constantly working to keep you inside the version of yourself that it already recognizes. In the last video, I introduced a framework called Embodied Identity Expansion. The idea that identity isn't just something that we think about, it's something that is embodied. Today, I want to unpack the first core layer of that model, the nervous system. When someone asks you the question, hey, who are you? Or what do you do? Most people answer from their minds. They may list different roles that they fulfill in their life, or their interests, or things that they enjoy doing. But identity isn't just something that we think about or that we do. Identity is something that our nervous system maintains. Your nervous system maintains who it believes you are. It regulates what feels safe, what feels familiar, and ultimately, what feels like you. So even when you consciously want growth, your nervous system may unconsciously pull you back. It may pull you back into old patterns, and not because you're incapable or because you're broken, but because your nervous system is optimized for survival, not growth. Growth actually destabilizes your nervous system's sense of safety. As a licensed therapist who has spent over a decade working closely with people and observing these patterns, I've seen this dynamic play out time and time and time again. Your nervous system defines safety as familiarity. So, what that means is that something painful, even dysfunctional, is still safe to your system if it's familiar. This is why people often return to the same old dynamics, the same behaviors, the same identity patterns, because those patterns actually comfortably live inside the body. So even when you consciously want something different, your nervous system will often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar freedom. Because your nervous system, it's not chasing freedom. It doesn't care about freedom. It protects familiarity. Even when a part of you knows that you are ready for something more. Once you understand that, a lot of human behavior suddenly starts to make more sense. This is where identity becomes important. So, identity isn't just about who you think you are. Identity is what your nervous system has learned that it can safely be in the world. Your body has learned what it can tolerate, what it can handle, and the things that it recognizes as familiar. When you begin to stretch beyond that familiar range, your system, the nervous system, actually starts to activate into a threat response. Like let's fight this threat or get away from it. It can look like procrastination. It can look like falling into old patterns, conflict, distraction, or other means of avoidance as well. Again, this isn't because you don't deserve expansion. It's not because you're unworthy. It's because your nervous system hasn't recalibrated yet. It simply doesn't recognize expansion as safe yet. For some high performing adults, success itself becomes part of their survival strategy. Achievement regulates anxiety. Productivity creates a sense of safety internally. External success becomes the structure that actually holds everything together. And these survival strategies, they deserve our utmost respect. Even though these strategies, they may have worked really well in the past, they've done a lot of good for us historically in some ways, they don't always create alignment for the present or future version of ourselves. And sometimes the very strategies that helped you to survive are the same ones that keep you from expanding into the next version of yourself. So this is exactly the kind of work that we explore inside Embodied Identity Expansion. We're not just changing behaviors. We are recalibrating the nervous system patterns that maintain identity. Because sustainable growth, keyword sustainable growth, it doesn't happen through force and certainly not through willpower. It happens through calibrated expansion. In the next video, we're going to explore something that many high-functioning adults quietly struggle with, and that is why high-functioning adults can look successful on the outside. Everything looks great out there. But feel deeply misaligned on the inside. Because high functioning is not synonymous with alignment. Okay. And that's where this work begins. Hey, if this resonates with you, I would love for you to stick around and join us as we continue to explore this work together.